Surveys have shown that the #1 factor that determines whether employees choose to remain in a position is their leaders. Likewise, there is an ocean of scholarly research that has shown that leaders are the key determiner in the production of workers. Yet what makes a leader effective? Are leaders born or made? The findings of behavioral science have shown that leadership is not about checking off a list of traits or skills or educational accomplishments. We now know the specific qualities that enable leaders to inspire heightened levels of performance in others. And because of this science, any leader can improve his or her effectiveness by simply adopting these behaviors. Here are 4 core leadership behaviors associated with great leaders. Behavior number 1. Great leaders don't force motivation. Some leaders think that it's their job to keep their staff continually motivated. For many, this means either dangling a carrot or waving a stick. Yet this approach has been proven to be ineffective by behavioral science. The truth is, no one can motivate another person to work hard. Now, sure, you can dangle a monetary reward or threaten a consequence, but these are only temporary motivators. What's more, the research suggests that these intrinsic motivators actually demotivate people. The only reason a leader will ever need to motivate someone to do their job is if he or she has hired people who don't want their current role. However, if people are in the right position, a leader's task is to set clear expectation, equip them to meet those goals, and then hold them accountable for the results. Behavior number 2. Great leaders help others succeed. Leadership is a team sport. Leaders only win when those around them succeed. Experts agree that developing people is a key part of effective leadership, and great leaders are relentless in their pursuit of making those around them better. One of the primary ways that leaders empower others to succeed is by providing them with feedback. In a groundbreaking study which delved into the topic of how expert performance is achieved, researchers identified that without competent feedback, efficient and effective learning is virtually impossible, and improvement is sluggish. Stop and consider those leaders who have brought out the best in you. They challenge you to strive for more than you've attained, and they help you acquire the necessary knowledge and skills to accomplish what had previously been impossible. As Richard Branson famously said, train people well enough so they can leave, but treat them well enough so they don't want to. Behavioral number 3. Great leaders are likable. One of the most surprising research findings about top leaders is that others like them. The evidence overwhelmingly confirms that when people look favorably on their leaders, they work harder, they're more creative, and they have increased productivity. Leadership is, above all else, relational. Regardless of how much formal authority one has, effective leadership demands that others want to be in a relationship. When people dislike their manager, they will not respond positively to him or her. They focus on escaping, not on productively collaborating together to work towards a common goal. For instance, one study that analyzed the traits of 51,836 leaders found that only a meager 27 of the leaders were rated in the bottom for likability and the top for overall leadership effectiveness. This means that the probability of being a manager who is strongly disliked and still a productive leader is about 1 in 2,000. Behavior number 4. Great leaders are honest. Honesty is an often overlooked part of leadership, but when it is not present, it is as glaring as a flashing neon sign. No one wants to work for a person who says one thing but does another. In fact, a survey of 1,000 senior public sector administrators identified that integrity was the most desired characteristic of a leader. Leadership is dependent upon trust. When there's a lack of congruency between a leader's words and actions, the ability to lead quickly erodes. Leaders who are respected do what they promise, even when it's hard. The research on leadership has an overarching theme. Leadership is about serving others. Great leaders know this, and it's what enables them to inspire loyalty and obtain heightened levels of achievement. Thanks for watching. I'm David Hoffeld, the CEO and Chief Sales Trainer here at the Hoffeld Group, reminding you, selling is just too important to be based on anything other than proven science.